Hey team, Patrick here. In this video, I'm going to explain how to be more successful, how to get more volleys as the net player in doubles. As often when I watch recreational doubles, I'm thinking that net player should be more involved. They should be getting more volleys. We should be making some sort of move on every ball, even if it was just to reach your arm out, but even better to use your footwork and these 2 steps so you can cover the whole box. So let's get into it. The first mistake I see players make that limits their chances of being able to intercept with a volley at the net is standing too close to the tram line, worrying about protecting the line too much for those 1 or 2 shots that go down the line. But remember, most shots in doubles will be hit back cross court anyway. So instead, stand right in the middle of the box. If you were to draw an X through the middle of the box, position yourself in the middle here. You also don't generally want to guess, to over-anticipate where the ball will go before it's hit. Now, of course, if you can pick up on cues the other player is giving you, then great. But what I see is maybe players were positioned too far over to the tram line and they miss 3 or 4 opportunities to get involved when the ball goes back cross court and they start subconsciously leaning this way and their weight gets onto this foot. Inevitably, this is the time the ball then goes down the line and we're off balance, or we can't make the volley. Or the opposite, maybe you were in a good position in the middle of the box, but again, with your weight on this foot, covering the line, and then the ball goes past you, and you realize after the ball has gone, maybe you did have a chance to make a play on that ball. Instead, be on good balance with your weight evenly distributed between your feet and your head centered. This is where the split step comes in. It's not that you need a big jump on every shot that would be difficult to time. It's just this bounce that gets us off our heels and on the balls of our feet. They can only hit the ball down the line or cross court. So wait until you see the ball just come off their strings. And then when you see the direction, you're ready to make an explosive move to the ball. The other big mistake I see with players positioning at the net in doubles is standing too far back, as recreational players tend to fear the net. But again, we get less volleys as we can't cut the angle off to the ball as effectively. The ball moves further and further away from us on the cross court. Standing closer to the net also stops the baseliner being able to hit the ball hard down at our feet, as the angle doesn't exist for them. And if they hit it hard and high over us, where I reach up and I still can't play it, I don't need to worry about this one either, as it's probably going out. Now I'm only having to deal with balls that are in my optimum volley strike zone. They could chip the ball or dip the ball slowly at my feet, but now I can see it coming and close in to cut off the volley. And if they roll a high, slow lob, well, I can either drop back to play the smash, the overhead, or my partner is there to come across and cover me. The other hesitation for players closing up to the net is they think they have less time. And though that is true, if you're struggling with hard balls that come right at you, the mistake you're probably making is trying to play a forehand. The solution is to play a backhand, as you can cover your whole body from here to even here. You don't have that range of motion on your forehand, you're going to get jammed. You certainly can't play here. So in your ready position, be slightly more ready with your racket to play a backhand. To what I call use your shield if the ball comes right at you. And you can still play your forehand if the ball is outside the line of your body. So if we do manage to intercept the volley, where do we play that volley? Well, rather than trying to avoid both players on the other team with a tricky shot across the volleyer or back behind us into the space, play to a big target to the other volleyer. As we say, hit the ball to the player that is standing in your position and down at their feet, as now we have a very safe target for us, but it's still going to be very difficult for them to react in time to get the ball back, and if they do, they'd have to pop the ball straight up. So a drill I like to use is to play out a doubles point, where if the point is won by the baseliner, it's worth 1, and if it's won by either of the net players, it's worth 3 points. This gets us into that mindset that there's more to gain through going for the volley than to lose. As win the point, I score 3, and miss, I only give up 1 point. And this is like doubles. Even though you don't score extra points, it's easier for you to win as the net player than the baseliner. So take this pressure off your partner and be prepared to go for more balls. And if you do miss the occasional volley, don't think of this as letting your partner down and there was nothing to say they were going to make every ball either. Here's a question. If your team gets beaten by a cross-court ball that lands here, whose responsibility was it? I would say it was the net players. They got beaten cross-court in doubles. We only tend to think about being beaten down the line, but with your partner having to cover the wide angle to the tram line, I would say you can get beaten as the net player cross-court in doubles as well. One of the best times to intercept with the volley is immediately following the serve or return. Your partner hits a big serve. Again, not that we should be leaning or guessing, but be ready to intercept what may be a weak, floated return through the middle if you can. As the serving team, you can increase your chances of getting a volley as the net player off that return by mixing it up and either using hand signals for if you're going to stay or poach, or by using different formations like the I formation or the Australian doubles formation. These can be a fun way of using strategy to get the net player more involved, as the opposition don't know where they can hit to avoid the net player. And I've already made videos on these topics on the channel, so please go and check those out as well. And if this video has helped, then please leave it a like and comment down below and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on court in the next one. Cheers, guys.